Hey guys, gonna go show off a more cohesive and total example of the assets and entity component workflow by showing what you do to get a basic player object set up and going. So the first thing we're going to need to do is to open up the asset browser, and we're going to need to make a new module for our character. We're going to need a mesh form, so we're going to go ahead and drag and drop one like this. As you can see, it automatically detected the mesh, but it also detected the diffuse images from the shapefile and automatically generated materials for them. If there were any normal maps or specular maps of the like in there as well, it also automatically import those and fill in the material slots. You also note that it detected the ambient animation in the shapefile. There weren't any errors or warnings or anything like that, so we'll go ahead and continue to let it import. And as you can see, it imported and arranged everything for us. To show it's working, we can go ahead and drag and drop the mesh file into the editor view. And it'll automatically create a static shape object, and the inspector can see it previewing the material. We can do some cool stuff like drag and drop materials from the asset browser into the slots in the inspector. But for now, we're just going to focus on getting the player object set up. So we're going to have a bunch of example game objects paired with the engine, recreating existing game classes. So we're just going to cheat and go ahead and use the player object one. So we're going to show core module. And then since there is a bunch of them, we're going to go ahead and filter out ones that just have actual assets declared. I'm going to find our player object, game object, asset, and then we're going to duplicate it. And then we're going to point it at our module that we just made. As you can see, it did the duplication, so we're going to go ahead and rename it to something relevant really fast. And then we can go ahead and drag and drop it into the editor. In the inspector, we can see that it has a full spread of components already. So you've got your mesh collisions, animations, camera stuff, all that. If we set our mesh, we can see it automatically apply. And if we like this setup, we can actually use this button and do the apply instance to game object in order to apply this to the TTR player object template. So it applies in all cases, but we're just gonna skip that for now. And then if we wanted to work with the actual gameplay code this guy would use, we can open up Torsion, go into the module, it didn't actually do the rename, so I'll have to fix that. But as you can see, it already has a companion script file that has a whole bunch of the default callback functions for movement, on add, events, and the like that we can use to do gameplay scripts and any of the specific behaviors we need this particular game object class, the TTR player object, to do. So, all in all, for basic foundational player object up and running, it only took us 4-5 minutes. So, it's not too shabby. I'm going to do a follow-up video to show off actually filling out this script and seeing it apply gameplay objects and usable as a proper player object we can control, because we can do a lot of stuff in the scripts now. And then I'm also going to show off more of the importing logic, like the compound material fill-in and other similar things, since this is all beginning to solidify as a workflow. So hopefully that was useful and informative, and see you guys next time.